everybody, good to have you back again. I'm working on an intro for these videos, so if you like it or if you've got any recommendations or suggestions on that would be helpful. I've had some pretty fair constructive criticism. I'm also working with this mic setup, elastic band on these angled things. So if anyone's got better ideas of how to keep a microphone attached to me without a clip, that'd be good. I'm a little bit ill still, but I'm feeling a lot better. The only issue is I'm hungry, so we're going to be doing a cooking video again today. So I'm going to be working on a scrambled tofu on toast. Another vegan dish, well, primarily vegan. Might have to use some butter and such again, just because I can't be going out buying olive oil right now. But yeah, so I've got most of the ingredients. We'll go out to the shop and quickly buy some stuff. It's another good survival food. I've made it a few times in share houses where the kitchen's a bit more cluttered. We're on a homestay now, which is going to be a bit better, a bit more privacy. And yeah, that's hopefully the video goes well and I actually make this dish correctly this time, because it's a bit hit and miss. Before we head out, there's a step we're going to do. So it's a bit questionable. Some people say you don't need to do it. Some people say you have to do it. But we're going to press the tofu. Got a tofu down there. Horizontal that up. And then I'm going to place this chopping board on top. Pretty evenly. And put this pan on top. Yeah, we're still solid. And then I'm going to place the curry sweating there. Press down this. You can see it's already starting to give shape. It's going to press all the moisture outside of the tofu. So hopefully I'll come back and this hasn't all fallen apart. This is what we're after, turmeric. Boom. That's pretty cheap, so I'm going to get that anyway. I got excited then, but this is boiled sweet red bean, not what we want. Okay, so we're back at the gaff. And almost immediately after I stopped recording before, my little tofu pressing construction tower started falling apart, but you can see a lot of it is leaked out now. So let's remove our components. Yeah, lots of moisture outside of this sucker. Pour into the sink without losing my tofu. Expertly done. Okay, I'm gonna go through the ingredients quick. Okay, so ingredient wise, we're working with some garlic. I'm using half an onion, leftover pepper that I've got just for a little bit extra crunch. I think I'll put some corn in there as well. I got the tofu obviously. This is quite a little bit less than I usually use. I bought the olive oil and got some black pepper, some turmeric for the colour and a little bit more flavour, and then some Himalayan salt. I may also add some chili powder from the shelf here, but we'll get to that part when we get there. Okay, got the camera in position. I have to crouch down to be in frame, but this is going to work. Usually I get the tofu going first by sticking it in here, and then while that's browning off, I start cutting. But for the sake of the video, I'm just going to cut this all first, get it ready so I can just chuck it in, and then I'll start on the tofu. So see you in a second. All cut. I like my veg to be in little dice form. That way I can ration each bite to have like a nice mix of flavour. I've always been weird that way, same with my cereal. I don't like finishing anything before the rest of the meal is finished. The onion will shrink So it'd be nice little biteable sizes. Garlic's not as small as I'd like it, but I've got a pretty bad knife, so this is what I'm working with, like a steak knife. Anyway, we're gonna start off by chucking the tofu in now. As soon as I get this ready. So I'm gonna put a generous amount of olive oil in the base, and I'm going to remember how to turn this on. In Japan, it seems like everywhere uses induction cookers for some reason. Spread that around nice and evenly. And there's no ovens in Japan, so I wanted to make cowboy pie, but that doesn't seem like a possibility here. However, we're gonna get this going. So we're gonna let this heat up till the olive oils and then start sizzling a little bit, and then I'm gonna chuck in the tofu. While we let that start heating, got another one of these. I think it's a taurine drink, but it's got some like vitamins and stuff, and it's caffeine. Just give me a nice little perk up. Yeah. To keep me going for the day. Damn. Cool. Let's switch this around a little bit more. Okay, so I'm still just letting this heat up a little bit. So I suppose I'll just talk to you for a second. This is a dish I've been trying to perfect since being in Japan. It's quite easy to make. Got a good bit of healthy veg in there, so you can use like whatever veg you want. You're probably looking at the pepper and thinking, that doesn't go with scrambled eggs on toast, that scrambled tofu on toast, that doesn't make any sense, but it's a vegetable I like and it's healthy for me. So any vegetable you like and you're happy to put in a meal is a good vegetable to be in the meal. So when you make scrambled tofu, you can put whatever you want in there. This is what I'm working with. And corn, obviously, because that stuff, who doesn't like sweet corn? Okay, so I think that's probably good enough. You can see it's starting to smoke up a little bit. Don't know why I got this in my hand. I'm just going to use my hands, so it's a little bit soggy. Skia! Slide her about. Don't let her spit on you. So, turn the heat down just a tad. Before I've used silken tofu a few times. This time I'm using firm tofu. Okay, so I think I missed a bit of footage. So I flipped the tofu over, made it do a nice little 180. It looked awesome, but you guys missed it. Yeah, I wouldn't go as far to say that I'm a good chef, but I do enjoy cooking. It's a labour of love. You know, it's a nice present to do for people. It's an art form, and you get to enjoy it at the end. But I'd imagine there's a few people that miss my cooking. A few in particular. I used to cook Japanese style curry semi-frequently at home. I know my dad loved that very much. He'd get like 5 servings of it. Greedy bugger. Just keep this moving. So once this is kind of browned off at the bottom, then I'm going to flip it on its side and try to get the other sides kind of browned up a little bit. And I'll catch you back in a second. Okay, because of the shape of the tofu and its softness, it's not sitting on the sides, so I'm just going to hold it like this just a little bit, give it a little bit of support. We all need a little bit of support sometimes. Which reminds me, keep up the messages in the comments. I enjoyed talking to you all. Browning off on that side, going a bit So I think I'm on 72 subscribers now, which is pretty decent. Oh, look at that, she's standing on her own. A little bit of confidence and she's doing well. Okay, so this is about as good as I can be asked to get it, as far as I can be bothered. You see the texture, it's kind of a little bit sloppy, so I'm going to split it now. And get that tender white part onto the pan. Of course, cooking up a storm. So this is the part where it starts to kind of get scrambled. A good ingredient for scrambled tofu is black salt, but it's really hard to find here, so I'm just sticking with turmeric and regular salt and such. I reckon now's a good time to chuck in some onion or nigi tama or tama nigi. Yeah, I always forget which way round the name goes for onion. It's in Japanese it's tama nigi. Tama, N-I-G-I, nigi. I don't know what that means, but tama means bull. So I do have a tendency of using too much veg, but again, that's a good problem to have, if you know what I mean. You know, it's good for you. So it turns out the tofu I'm using today is significantly smaller than the tofu I'm used to. So the veg tofu ratio is a bit wild, but I'll make do. Once it's on toast, it'll be good. Yeah, I think now will be a good point anyway to chuck in some salt. I'm using Himalayan pink salt. I don't know what the perks of it are, it's just fancier than regular salt in my mind. And we're going to chuck some black pepper in. Yeah, S&B black pepper, quality. Pretty generous. Amidst all the fun, I almost forgot the sweet corn. So pop this, let it drain. Let's be a little bit precautious this time, and we're not going to add the whole thing. Just a little bit, because I like sweet corn. That'll do. And then I'm going to put the rest in here. As much of it as I can fit in there. And I'm going to put that in the fridge, because something I didn't know before is that you're not supposed to put metal tins in the fridge. It does something with the oxygen or whatever, but whatever, just don't do it. While this all cooks up, I'm going to go ahead and add some red chili powder. Never add it directly into the dish, especially if you're a little sissy white boy like me. You want to put it in your hand first, you don't want to ruin your meal. Make it too spicy, you can't deal with it. One time I made like a beans on toast dish for my brother, and it was a bit funky. I thought it was piri piri, and I ended up blowing both our heads off. Shout out to my brother Cody. Okay, I'm starting to understand why I usually use silken tofu. It has a bit more of the eggy kind of texture. I don't know if I just need to scramble this up a little bit more, but you know, I am looking forward to eating it regardless. I'm just going to let it cook up a bit more, make sure it doesn't burn to the bottom. But as far as I'm concerned, this is pretty much ready. But I haven't added the turmeric, which gives it a nice orange colour. So if this is something you're going to make at home yourself, it's pretty easy. If you've got any advice. Oh my god, everything's wrapped in plastic, look, double plastic. go. Yeah, if you've got any advice on how to make this better, and all it is, chucks a healthy bit of turmeric in there, give it a nice little golden colour, as well as a bit of flavour. As you may have noticed, I've tidied up a little bit. Always good to do, clean as you go. And do a little taste test, see how it goes. Not bad. I actually do like the texture. Add a bit more turmeric, a bit more salt and pepper. Okay, so I've reduced this down to heat level 1, just keeping it warm, but not really cooking anymore. I open up this bag of despicable American style white bread. I also miss having Western style bread, no, European style bread. They adopted the fluffy, fua sugary style. Regardless, I stick that in the toaster. Seal this back up. Okay, wow, you have been a wonderful audience, and the moment we've been waiting for is now nigh. Here we have a wonderful, veggie, what's the word I'm looking for, generous scrambled tofu, some ketchup on top. Looking pretty good. If you enjoyed this video, let me know, say wagwan. More videos to come. I'm going to eat this now because I'm too hungry. Curry sweat on hand, as always. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, love you as always, and see you again. I know I said goodbye already, and it's not the most appetizing looking plate now. But boy, this slaps so good. I had my concerns earlier, but this is really good. I'm really happy to be in this. Very happy guy. The chili added in earlier. Nice balance, tiny bit of kick, enough for Igirisu Jin, such as myself. So good. A little bit of ketchup. This is Japanese style ketchup, so it's a little bit vinegary, not the high-end standard, but quality. The tofu and the veg ratio, not concerned, not a problem. Quality. I really like it. The juiciness and like the crunch of the pepper. Mixed in with the assistance of the sweet corn in that field. Great. And then the onion, good as always. I mean, I really wish I could share this with you guys. It's the only downside of making a cooking video. Like I said, it's a labor of love. I wish I could share the love with you. Yeah. Anyway, like I said, goodbye, much love. Ayoma.